are on the target list of the government. And Mr. Lenihan made an extraordinary statement on the Week in Politics on Sunday night, where he said, well, we have declared war on one front at the moment. Is it not an extraordinary thing that the government of the country would declare war on its own public servants?
Here we are.
And you know, colleagues, so much has been done in this budget which is based on untruths. Untruths about the wage rates in the country, which are not out of line with the rest of the OECD, about wage cuts which are taking place allegedly across the economy. We saw today in the Mercer report that wage cuts have taken place in 9% of firms. The rest of the firms have not been affected. We've seen, incidentally, and it ties in with a point that Sheila made as well, that 12% of companies dealt with the cash flow crisis by asking people to take unpaid leave. But just when unpaid leave is mentioned in the public sector, it's a complete anathema and ridiculous and something that could never work, although it works perfectly, obviously, in large parts of the private sector. You know, all of us, whether we're in the public or the private sector, have to realise that there is a need for solidarity. We cannot, admittedly, maybe hope in each case that that sentiment will find a resonance because of what has happened with this campaign that I have mentioned. But I would appeal to everybody who is a worker, member of the Congress or not, to really wake up and smell the coffee about what is happening in this country. And let me just paraphrase it in this sense, using something that the great German philosopher Dietrich Bonhoeffer said at one stage. And it is a paraphrase, and maybe it's taking liberties to do it, but I think it is apt. They came for the public servants, and I didn't protest because I wasn't a public servant. They came for the people on social welfare, and I didn't protest because I wasn't on social welfare. They came for the semi-states, and I didn't protest because I didn't work in the semi-states. They came for the people on the minimum wage, and I didn't protest because I wasn't on the minimum wage. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to protest. And that is the reality.